Hi there, this is Art and Such with my Rainbow Loom tutorial for Reed Richards or Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. It's Mr. Stretch. You're going to need black bands for the hair, boots and gloves, navy blue or dark blue for the outfit, and I'm using just a single silver band for the little insignia. You're welcome to use a gray as well. We've got skin tone for the face, and I'll be using a couple of very small black beads for the eyes. Now you can use beads or bands of another color, and you can also use black beads, black bands or white beads with the pupil drawn on. Just watch that you don't have anything really large that's gonna merge with the hair. So let's start with the arms. We're gonna begin at the end where the gloves are. So we're taking 2 black bands, wrapping them twice around our hook. I'm pulling them onto another 2 black bands. Keep it here with a little bit of tension. Slide your hand piece over and replace. And we're going to do 2 more sets of double black bands before switching to blue. So there's 1 set of double and 2 for a total of 3 sets. Now we're going to put it onto 2 sets of double blue. And grab your loom. It doesn't matter how it's set right now, but you will need it in the offset configuration a little later. For now, we're just going to put 2 bands on the bottom 2 pegs on the side and 2 bands on the bottom 2 the center. This is one of several methods you can use to do the muscles. I'm going to take 2 of these bands and place them on the bottom of the one peg and 2 on the bottom of the other. And then we're going to loop those up. And like so. Get underneath, pull the 2 bands upwards, and grab the other 2 on the side, pull them up. We'll put these all back onto the hook from that second peg from the bottom, second peg from the bottom on the side, and slide these onto 2 more blue bands. You'll have one of your arms ready. If this is giving you a hard time or you don't want the muscles, you can always just add an extra set of blue bands in place of those 2 there. We're going to do the other arm. I'll do this one entirely on the hook. Some of you might find this easier, some might find it harder, but you have the 2 options now anyway. Black wrap twice, pulled onto 3 sets of double black bands. And we're going to go to a set of double blue. And for this next set, I'm going to place it on, but I won't return the far end. We're just going to put it on one time, because now we can take 2 bands and, like I said, this might seem a little bit awkward. You might prefer to do it on the loom, that's fine. We're going to pull 2 bands through. This is exactly what we did before, it just looks a little different. Put the other end back, and we're going to put 2 bands through on the side closest to the end. So just under those 2 bands, put it back. We've essentially slid 2 bands through here and 2 bands through here. And this goes on to our last set of double blues, and we can put these aside for the moment. Okay, come on to your loom. Here we definitely need it offset. It'll work really well this way. We come down from the top center to the second center with double skin tone bands. Grab 2 blue bands and come from the second center to the second right, and 2 blue from the second center to the second left. In the middle, we're going to continue with sets of double bands going down 6 times. So 6 sets starting at the second peg. This is our second set. 3rd set of doubles, 4th set, 5th set, and 6th set, and we'll come down either side to the very end of the loom using double bands. And the reason that we're we're gonna add the boots afterwards and make it a little bit longer below because Mr. Fantastic, I always think of him as Mr. Stretch, is very tall and skinny, kind of lanky, and we're gonna just emphasize that shape to him. Go back to that second peg from the top on the right side, come down there. And 2 more times. Alright, let's make some boots. We're using black for the boots, and we can actually get our arms out of the way now by placing them on the second pegs down from the top on either side. Maybe we'll do that first. So transfer the bands off your hook, slide them all, keep them together. You have 4 bands going onto that second peg. Now we have our hook free for the boots. We're starting with 2 bands, wrapping them 3 times onto the hook, and pull it onto 2 bands. This is black, as I said. We're using a kind of standard boot pattern. This is from Kate Schultz's Delicious Designs. Another 2 wrapped 3 times. Pull it on, bring the one end over. You're going to put your finger into this hole, pull it off, put your hook under on the opposite side so it twists, bring the far one over the close one, and place it on. This goes on to 3 sets of double black bands. So 1, 2, and 3. Place on the bottommost peg on one of your sides. We'll do our next one, 2 black bands, wrap 3 times, 2, 3, pulled onto double black bands. Take another 2, wrap them to 1, 2, 3, pull it onto 2 more. Oops, I lost those completely. Let's try that again. Yeah, these things are super springy some days. We want to make sure we have all of those pieces off so that it slides nicely. And I'll go a little more slowly this time in case you missed it. We're going to take this side, which is closest to the end, and bring it all the way over the top of the hook. You're going to come inside these 2 bands right on top. Put your finger in, take it out. Put your finger in the other side. Slide your last piece, your further piece over the end, and replace. And we're going to put this on another 3 black. As I said, we're going to make the leg extra long and extended here so that he looks extra super tall and stretchy. Bottom of the loom. We're ready for some holding bands. We're using all blue for these, and we're going to take 2 to start and place them across from the 3rd peg down to the 3rd peg down, and raise it over the 3rd peg in the center. And the rest of these are going to be doubled over bands, forming triangles on each set below. This goes down to the last blue center band, and this is to make his upper body a little bit tighter while keeping the muscular look at the very top. So in total we're going to have 6 holding triangles. Okay, last one goes. Oops. right here. You can see it falls just underneath, and we pull the bottom piece over that bottom middle peg. And we can loop. I'm gonna start in the middle and loop up the middle first, but we're gonna go only until the second peg from the top. Don't get that skim one. Take your bottom two, loop them up and over. Bottom two, up and over. Up and over. And 2 more times. When we have the middle, we can go to the bottom on one of the sides, and we're going for the bottom 2 blue of each side. So get inside under the leg, under the boot part I should say. So this is all the leg really. Find those bottom 2, hold your black bands down, and loop it up straight to the top. Watch out for your triangle holding bands. We don't want to grab those. Then we'll lose all of our connecting and supporting pieces. I think I only got one that time. Let's pull that back and see. No, we're okay. Okay, push back the triangles, bottom 2. And that time that was only one. Make sure you're getting 2 bands each and every time. Go inside, get your 2 diagonal bands. We'll have to return those to the center second. And we repeat this all on the right side. So same deal, under the boot, hold down your black boot piece and loop it up and over. Loop straight. And we're going again to the top, to that second peg from the very top. We're more than halfway down. We're actually getting really close, guys. That's 1 and 2. And get the bands which are coming from the second peg. We're going to pull them up and over and back to the middle. And now we can get those skin tone bands, these ones, and dig them up through all the blue carefully. Hold on to those top ones or place them on a holding hook, and we can ease the rest of this off of the loom. I'm going to start with all the sides here and work my way down. Working at kind of a funny angle here, but we'll get this in just a minute. When you have most of it released, you can put your hook through the skin tone bands in the center and take the rest off. Give them a little bit of a tug and put this to the side just for the moment. Let's go back to our loom, and we need some black bands for the hair. 2 down from the top center to the top right, 2 from the top center to the top left, and a set of 2 down on each of the rows. Now if you want the hair to extend further, you can do an additional set down the sides. This is how it looks right now, but you can make it so that these ones are black. I'll just warn you though, it will blend in with your eyes unless you're using a different color. Switch to skin tone here. We're coming down 3 times in the center with double bands from the second peg to the third peg to the fourth peg to the 5th. We need 2 sets of double skin tone bands down on either side. You want to try and get ones that aren't too stretchy here. And finally, we need another 2 sets coming inwards from the 4th side to the 5th center, from the 4th side to the 5th center. For our holding bands, we're taking singles and doubling them over. We need one from the fourth to the fourth and over the fourth center. We need one above that and one above that. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to stretch out a couple of my bands to get there. I like to use sort of pre-stretched ones for the doubled over, but this will do. Okay, second triangle, third triangle. You can place your eyes on now if you have them ready. I'll show you how to put the beads on. If you're using beads with a small gauge, larger ones can always be threaded on directly from your hook, and we'll be putting our eyes onto, both eyes onto a single skin tone. So for beads with a smaller hole, you want to put a thin wire or piece of gentle floss through, run it through a single skin tone, bring the floss back over around and through the eyes a second time. And then we pinch the dental floss or the wire and we carefully slide it on. This goes on our second peg and our second peg. And we get our hook in between. We're going to pull the eyes apart a little bit. Get our hook in between the bands there. And pull it down and under the third peg in the center. Put your body piece onto that center fifth peg. I'm gonna slide mine over another one here just so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. But you just need those bands on this peg here. And now we bring everything back to where it came from. So go under the neck piece, get your top two bands and bring them to the left side. Take your, oh, we did that the wrong order. Okay, our top two bands were going to the right actually. Just got overlapped there funny. Okay, next two go to the left. And then we can loop straight up the center. Watch out for the triangle or the section that has your eyes. Push that back. Bottom two up, bottom two black up. And we're going to go in on the side and get these two bands, dig them out from under the others, and loop straight up, pushing back your holding bands as you go. Last two go from the side to the center. And on the right side, two bands loop up, a third loop, and bring these to the middle. And we've already done our middle block, so that's all good. We need a single black band to come through the bands on the top peg. So we turn the open part of our hook away, run it through those bands, use a little bit of tension and put our black band on the end and carefully pull it up through, place the other end on, and we can pull one piece over the other to create a slip knot. Take this off of your loom. We're almost done. We're doing really good here. Good timing. You can press your eyes through. They should already be almost in place, but if you've used different beads or bands, you might need to do some adjusting. You're going to hide this whole securing band in the back. So I'm going to just pull it under a couple of other bands and put it on a C-clip, or you can leave it the way it is if you're comfortable with that. This can go under a second band to just hold it a little bit better. That's the back here. And if you would like to have a little gray piece, if you have a letter number bead, that's awesome. If not, what we can do is put our hook through the back so that it comes out the side. Sorry, the front, but through the side there. And we grab a silver or a gray, slide it to the back. Go through from the back again a little bit to the left. Put your other end on and pull that back. Bring one end through the other and place that on a C-clip as well. And you can sort of adjust the way that this is sitting. You can pull it out more. You can even play around with adding a second gray band and see what kind of a shape you can get. I'm just going to tuck this in here, and I will try and get some other Fantastic Four members ready for you soon. I have a lot of patterns still to do. I have some requests that are waiting. I am getting to them. It's just been, things have been a little busy lately. But I wanted to bring you this pattern, and thank you for watching. Go see some of my other tutorials.